Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show, your daily dose of news and updates. I am your host, Busola, and joining me in the studio today is.
Okay.
So, we are taking our today's top story from Vanguard and Punch newspaper. Today's top story from Punch: FG warns refineries, orders against poor waste disposal. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulation Authority has warned refineries, depot owners and other players in the downstream and midstream sectors against poor waste management. This information was contained in an April 3, 2025 memo with reference number NMDPRA HQ HSEC 02 2025 181 sent to all midstream and downstream waste management service providers and licenses. The memo signed by Mustapha Lemode on behalf of the NMDPRA Chief Executive Farouk Ahmed called for the need to address waste management as we continue to navigate the complexity of the oil and gas industry. We must address one of the most pressing issues facing our sector: waste management.
I think it's actually a very good step when it
Yeah.
comes to managing waste around the country because we notice that most part of the country are dirty. Let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
when I use the word dirty, so many dirts around. Even where these waste are being stored, sef, they are not being managed very well.
Yeah, yeah.
The orderliness there is something else. You see waste going into canals, going to different places, spreading out. If you check, most especially Lagos, it's something we really need to focus on and check in. And this management should be able to manage the poor waste disposal system that's
Yeah,
it's very locally.
yeah, because all these things cause pollutions and it affects
Yeah,
the health. So we appeal to them for them to at least take it to what has been
yeah.
said to them. All right, let's move on. No room for rascality. Niger governor orders arrest of persons with dreadlocks. Governor Umar Bago of Niger State has directed security agencies to arrest individuals wearing dreadlocks in Minna, the state capital. Speaking at the stakeholder security meeting held at the Government House on Tuesday, the governor said the hair of such persons should be cut and fines imposed on them. We will have zero tolerance for anybody that you find with dreadlocks. Arrest, barb the hair and fine him. Nobody should carry any kind of haircut inside. I have given marching order to security agencies, he said.
I think this step by the governor of Niger State, to me, I see it as a misuse of power because you
Mm-hmm.
can't say someone
Should not barb dreadlock.
should not dress or look the way he or she wish to look. If you are saying dreadlock is banned in your state,
State.
and dreadlock are worn by two individuals, male wear dreadlock, even women too
Yeah.
also wear dreadlock. Are you saying now that we're going to be cutting the women's own also because this you can't say because by the look of people that
You judge
you
them.
judge them. No, you don't do things like that. Even okay, let's just use an instance of those herdsmen and Fulani killing people. Are they wearing
Any
the dreadlock?
dreadlocks.
They are not wearing dreadlock, but they are going there going around killing people. So you can't say it's because of dreadlock. Okay, or the way they are looking. If we're looking at the governor of the state, sef, you see that even himself have a lot of BS. Oh yeah, you have your own BS. If you are looking at uh, people's complexion now, to me your BS is even rough. There's a comment I saw about himself. Your BS is rough.
I even think him saying people should barb their dreadlocks is even like is imposing a lot of dangers because those that are criminals. I don't say those that wears dreadlocks that do dreadlocks are criminals, but those criminals, if they go on low cost, how will you know them?
Let me even tell you something. It's even now that those criminals will start. They will even
Exactly
wear suits. Sef. They might even
exactly.
wear
They
suit and
will
jalamiya
dress normal that you
and
not
do
even be
all
able
of
to
this.
stop them because
Ah,
how will you just stop a normal person on a low cut and be like, okay, you are this, you are that. You get that is bringing more danger to
okay,
the state.
if he comes out there and say, okay, cut off dreadlock.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what about those that are on tattoo
Mm-hmm.
all over their
Piercings,
face?
all over.
Very simple. Will you tell them to go and cut off the tattoo or cut their hand away or the part of it where the tattoo is? This to me, I don't see this as a way of getting this. Just look at a better way. Talk to your security personnel. You should be able to do their work very well, not imposing on. Well, I don't even know what to say again, Jerry. I'm
Okay,
tired
let's
of all
move
this.
on. Let's move on. Stray bullet kills teen at Lagos anti-cultism work. Strategy struck on Monday when a 16-year-old boy identified simply as Mustafa was killed by a stray bullet during a suspected court clash in the Oyigbo area of Ebute Metta, Lagos State. It was learnt that the incident occurred during a peace walk organized by some youths to address rising court-related violence in the community. It was gathered that the walk had just concluded when an argument broke out among them. A resident who spoke to our correspondent on the condition of animosity said the argument degenerated as a suspected cultist pulled out a firearm and shot indiscriminately, leading to Mustafa getting hit by a stray bullet.
Oh, this is very, very sad.
Yeah.
16-year-old. And just imagine you having a peaceful protest about cultism and you are still having that kind of incident inside that well, it's very, very bad. I did not try to tell you that at the midst of those people having that protest, their cult is inside there. Because you don't have for an individual, I don't think you have the power to hold arms. If the arm is not registered, you are not a policeman, you're not a soldier, you are not an air force, you are not related to a particular agency that is supposed to hold arms. You are holding arms, and this is very, very bad. 16-year-old child. Just imagine how the family is going to be facing, and
When they say
what kind of
they gone to
yeah.
shoot, when they even say there is a peaceful protest, at least there's supposed to be a police officer among them. There's supposed to be a security agencies among them. They should not just work alone. In as much as it is a peaceful protest, it's not as if they want to go and fight. There's supposed to be a security agent supposed to be around them, not to just leave them alone. They are humans. All right, let's move on. NSCDC boss orders officers detention over 5.2 million naira extortion. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defence Corps has ordered the immediate detention of officers allegedly involved in extorting 5.2 million naira from a traveller, following a directive from the Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tuji Ojo. The order was contained in a statement signed by the NSCDC spokesperson, Afolabi Babawale, on Wednesday. The incident, which gained attention through a viral social media post, reportedly involved officers extorting the said amount from a young man travelling from Ado Ekiti in Ekiti State to Akure, Ondo State. In a swift response, the Commandant General of the Corps, Ahmed Audu, condemned the actions of the officers, labelling them unprofessional and a violation of the Corps Code of Ethics and Standard Operating Procedures.
Well, we can't say it's a very, very bad move, right?
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
thousands, millions.
But to me, I say in this kind of cases, it's only when you are caught that you are a suspect or
Yeah,
you are
wrong.
guilty. Because I think that really this is something that happened
They've
that
been doing for a
it's
very
something
long
that has
time.
been going on a long time. Probably this is just it's just actually happened due to the internet
It went
spread and the
viral.
viral that went around. And now that the operative general is coming out to tell us that they are detained and this, they can't tell us that this is not happening within
I'm even sure
the
they will be sharing the money amongst themselves because 5.2 million is not only him
let me go
that
tell
will keep that money
let me tell you
alone.
this thing that actually happened. I tell you, it might not even get to court. It will be something that probably they just want to bring them in and tell the public that they detain them at the end of 2 months, three
Then they'll
months.
close it.
The case is closed. Probably they send them home or they still remain in that place because this is normal thing that happens. It's something we are used to this kind of propaganda. It's not a new thing at
Okay,
all.
so our next news. Lab scientists advocate equal opportunities for health workers. The Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria has called on the federal government to give to equal opportunities to and treat all health professionals with justice, fairness, career progressions, and professional autonomy that will motivate every profession to contribute its best in the health sector. Speaking in Warri, the Imo State capital, during the World Biomedical Laboratory Science Day, the AMLSN national president, Dr. Uche, told the federal government to increase the budgetary allocation to the health sector and adequate fund medical laboratory service to make tests affordable, reliable, and accessible to the masses. Uche, however, told President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to remember the National Health Act 2014 and ensure its implementation to the benefit of all.
I this when it comes to health sector, health is very, very paramount. It's something we should always take first. After health, we can talk about security, talk about anything, but most nations prefer going into security for before thinking about any other thing. Well, coming together of health sectors and the laboratory,
Medical laboratory
medical science,
scientist.
it's something that we shouldn't even be talking more about.
Yeah.
It's something they already know that they should be working hand to hand to make the nation a better place, emergency aspect and everything.
These people must not even suffer for anything. When they ask you, you give it
No,
to them immediately, because
that's
if they are not okay, how do you want them to treat the sick people?
that's what the Western Union always emphasize on. If you are owing your security personnel, you are owing your health sectors. I tell you those two things, it will never your country will never move on because
Mm-hmm.
when the security start taking bribes and doing everything, the nation is not secure. When your health sector starts feeling that okay, let's take back this or let's go on strike or do this, the nation is also in despair also. No, this is what they really need to focus on. Focus on those two parts and because you'll be surprised seeing your country moving up. Just imagine a country where there's no corruption, where anything you do, you are sent to jail. Anything you are doing, either you are sent to jail, you are killed, or this. When you are hearing that okay, you are going to steal something and they kill the person there, the person is taken to jail. Before you even think of stealing any other thing, sef, you would think your mind will just take you to how prison look like.
Mm-hmm.
When your mind take you to how prison look like, sef, you know that this thing you are supposed to do, you're not supposed to do it.
Do it.
So these are the things we really need to look on instead of other things and
I pray the government listens to our pleas. Okay, let's move on to today's top story from Vanguard. Suspected cultists kill 4 in Bayelsa community. Armed men suspected to be cultists on Easter Sunday invaded Wesley communities in Yenagoa local government area of Bayelsa State, killing 4 persons. The men, armed with AK-47 rifles, according to a report, stormed the densely populated area in Toyota Hilux at midnight. A resident who spoke on condition of animosity described the attack as terrible, saying since he took up residency in the River Rhine suburb, he had not witnessed such violence unleashed on innocent citizens. It was terrible. I have never seen anything like this since I started living here over 10 years ago, he said. According to him, the attack was not an armed robbery operation as the gunmen did not steal any property but just fire at their target and took off. Wesley community, which is host to the Wesley Ultra Modern Market, the largest market in the state capital, is close to several security formations in the state. This is so sad.
I tell you, I just like all the eyewitness are saying. I just imagine how it's going to feel for people on road to just come out from a particular car and start shooting at a particular place. It's just like watching an American film. The way they act in American film, shooting.
It is a paid word because they said they are not armed robbers. They came and shoot their main target and they took off. It is a paid work.
This is actually very, very. Our security is really, really failing. I tell you, in this to me, I think this is one of the worst security this is one of the worst administration I've ever seen when it comes to security and everything. Because the rate at which we are hearing people coming outside to kill people,
Mhm.
it's just increasing. We are talking about the north before. Now we are now seeing things happening in other places. Now Bayelsa happening in Port Harcourt. People are just so free to come outside and kill people. Those kind of things
Like
without
as if they
because
are
they because
animals.
they believe there's no security, nobody's going to stop them. And after doing all these things, they still flee. You will not know where they went to. Just imagine a group of people coming out there with AK-47 and they enter the car and they zoom off. At that time, there's no checkpoint on the road to stop them and search their car, search their vehicle to know that they are with guns and any other thing. The country is really failing when it comes to security, I tell you.
Lord is helping us. Let's move on. 6 killed, 5 injured in Kogi Road mishap. The Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) official has confirmed the death of 6 persons in a road mishap that occurred in Okuchi area of Adavi local government area of Kogi State on Monday night. Also, 5 other persons were reported to have sustained injuries in the road mishap. FRSC Acting Sector Commander in Kogi State, Mr. Samuel Ogundayo, disclosed this yesterday in Lokoja, describing the accident as tragic and most unfortunate. He said the accident, which occurred about 8:30 p.m. Monday, involved 7 vehicles. Ogundayo said the incident began with the inability of a truck to climb the Okuchi at Old Zongo Hill when it lost brake and rolled backward, crushing 2 tricycles, 3 cars, and rammed into another truck. He said the tragic and unfortunate incident left 6 persons dead and 5 others injured. The FRSC rescue operative who arrived the accident scene in good time rushed the injured to the referral hospital Okene for treatment, while the other corpses of the dead were deposited at mortuary of the Okene General Hospital. This is so bad.
Well, this is actually so sad
Yeah,
because we've seen cases like this where trucks find it very difficult to
to
climb
climb.
hills,
Yeah.
and most of these truck owners and truck drivers, they know that their trucks have brake issue, but they will insist on taking these trucks out for daily purpose, probably to feed family or business and everything. This kind of thing now, it can happen anywhere. Just imagine, just imagine that kind of scenario now. You are trying to climb it, and we don't know what this truck is carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what the truck is carrying too many dangerous things, crushing 2 keke, and I tell you,
3 cars.
before you even survive that kind of thing, sef, before you even think of as a driver behind that truck, before you even think of anything, you are gone. Because the kind of force reversing back,
Gives back.
the reversing back, the kind of force when it comes to reversing back, it's even worse than moving forward. Because you lose it, your brake is loose already. Just to go down
And
there.
you know it is truck, not car, that you can actually control.
Just imagine you having a small circular or a ball. Just put a ball on top of a sloping way. Just leave it there. You see the force that the ball used to be rolling down. Just imagine that kind of thing, having a truck hitting cars down like that.
I feel the
Really bad.
government, why can't the government just do a road just for trucks alone, trailers alone?
But it's going to be very hard for government. It's not even about government doing what's about truck. It's about the truck owners, the truck drivers. You don't just bring out. Mechanical issues can happen anytime. You are, no matter how good you are as a driver, how good you are as an engineer, it's just like health. Mechanical mechanic mechanic mechanical things are just like health. You might be thinking, "Oh, because I'm checking my health today, I'm drinking this water today, I'm taking food, I'm doing it, and you're not going to die, lie, or you're not going to fall sick. You can't expect when you're going to fall sick. It's just like all these things. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen. It's not about you putting fuel. Even though you are pouring fuel inside your car, doesn't mean that your car will not break down one day. It happens anytime. These are the kind of things we need to prevent. Brake issue is something we need to focus very well when it comes to um, cars and everything. Your brake should be engine and brake, those two. Engine does not even really cause accident. It just knocks and you park it one place. But you see brake.
Okay, let's move on. Worsening insecurity. Niger government impose curfew, 11 killed afresh in Benue. As the dust raised by the continued killings in Benue and Plateau State is yet to settle, Niger State Governor Umar Bago yesterday declared a dusk-to-dawn curfew in the capital, Minna, following incessant killings of people in the city. The governor also said the curfew could be extended to other local government areas of the state, identifying motorcycles, otherwise known as Okada, and tricycle (keke napep) as two major vehicles used by criminals to perpetrate their nefarious activities. The curfew came on a day 11 persons were killed by herdsmen in fresh attack in Benue State.
You know, killings
Here
here and
and
there and
there.
there. Well, I think I don't even know what to say because this killing, I just put myself in the shoes of all these family members and the kind of
Situation they'll
situation
be
they
now.
face at that moment. Because you can't be hearing about killings every day. Today fresh killings, and it's not even about one person there, two person there. Be hearing five or more, six or more, 10 or more. It's really really bad. I tell you, our government really security agency really need to work. This is the best time we ever need them to work. The
Yeah.
best time we ever. If they are not doing their works for years, we don't even talk about. You see, this time alone is where we expect them to do everything. Our president is back. Thank God. It was even during that 2 weeks we even had more killings. He's back now. Let's see if all these killings is going to reduce or not.
Talking about the security, when they have not given the equipment for them to use, how do you expect them
See,
to
let me
do
tell,
their
let me
work?
tell you, I don't believe that police don't have the equipment to work. See, if you steal money today, police know where to find the person. Police will do their work. They will bring out. They know how to do search when it comes to search and stop and search. You know that one very well. They know how to do investigation. Police knows about all this killing. They know where to go to and grab all these people out. It's just that they don't want to do their job. It's either they are being paid not to go there or they are being bribed not to do their job. They know what they are doing. I bet.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us on the Breakfast Show today. I've been your host, Bisola. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News TV. Have a blessed day. Bye.